Hello. Welcome to 365 Days Live with New. We are here today for day 33. It is February 2nd. I still can't believe that we are done with 1 month of 2025 already. And I am so proud of myself for showing up every single day. And yeah, just sharing with you, sharing my heart, sharing my voice, sharing my truth, and taking you along the journey with me. And whenever it feels right, then I would love to get to know you as well, and maybe we can work together someday in the near future. So let me know in the comments if you are joining me live, or if you're catching the replay. Just say hello, do hashtag replay so I know that you caught the replay. And today's live is going to be, I'm going to try to keep it short because Robert and I are trying to watch a movie. I know it's kind of late, but we just finished Shogun, and it's, if you haven't watched it, it's on, well, it's a Japanese, mainly Japanese, they speak mainly Japanese, but it is it's 10 episodes, and we heard it was good, so we tried it out, and it is so sad. It's one of those like beautifully sad movies, and I just don't do well going to sleep after watching a sad movie. And it wasn't a movie, it was a show. So like after committing to it for 10 episodes, I was so sad. And so now Robert's downloading some other movies so we can watch and get us in a different mood before we go to sleep. So I am popping on here really quick to share and do my live. So today's live is about budgeting. Okay, I know it's usually what I don't really talk about this, but finances and financial literacy is a big part of my everyday life, and a really big part of my journey into becoming more independent and just feeling like I have more autonomy over my life. And so ever since I graduated college, I was on a mission to get out of the rat race, right? I don't want to work and live paycheck by paycheck. So I was so thirsty for knowledge on ways that I know there are ways, right? My parents just weren't taught, or and their parents weren't taught, and I just wasn't surrounded by people who had wealth, who was rich, and who was investing and all that stuff. So I didn't know any better, and so I thought investing was for people who had a lot of money. I felt like I was going to be working for the rest of my life, and all of that. Like I watched my parents, my uncles and aunts around me work until their, retirement age, whatever that is nowadays, like 60 something. And I did not want that life for myself. So from a young age, I feel like I was determined to find other solutions. And I did. I read so many books. Mainly books, and then online as well, did research. This was back in 2017. Yes, that was when I first started becoming a teacher, and I was like, okay, now I'm making money. Like, I do not plan to be working full-time forever. So I started researching, reading books and all the stuff. And, there's so many strategies out there, so many ways to make money, but I wanted to find a way that works for me. So, I started learning about it, and then at that time I was dating Robert. I'm still dating him. We're still together. But I found this really good book called Quit Like a Millionaire. I think that's what it's called, or How to Quit Like a Millionaire. And it like changed both of our worlds. Like, it started us on the path of working towards becoming financially independent. And if you've never heard of the term FIRE, it is financially independent, retire early. I think that's what the acronym stands for, but it's for people who want to be work optional, who want to be smart with their money and invest their money so that they can retire at not like retirement age, so retiring early basically. And so ever since 2019, I think, was when we started getting the ball rolling on just after understanding and doing research and really yeah, basically understanding the market and how people build wealth. That was when we started. And so we actually even we recorded a financial independence 101 course. And so we were selling it for a little while, but now we stopped selling it. Now we're not active on our financial independence channel anymore, or Instagram. We also have a YouTube channel. We're not active there anymore, but we're still very much on that road to retirement or being work optional. And so I say all that to say, we have been living with his parents for the past 4 years, right? So that is why this month we moved in November, but December was the holidays. So it's like, okay, like it's not fair to do to start your budget on in December. So that's why we waited until January, the end of January, to do our budget, which we did today. And so it's the first time we've done our budget in 4 years. And it was fun. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. We worked together, and so we were able to get it done, I think in an hour. And so we were able to figure out like what our expenses were, what the income was for the expenses, and really the different categories. And it's just so helpful to see the numbers and see where your money is going, because I feel like there's not enough financial literacy out there teaching us from a younger age how to budget, how to use our money, and not just save, but invest our money, right? There's so many aspects that if you did not come from money, or you didn't come from financially literate parents, you have to go out of your way to learn this stuff. And fortunately for us, we live in a time where information is at our fingertips, and sometimes it can get overwhelming. So I understand. I felt like I was pretty lucky that I got in to learning about it back when I did, because I feel like if I got into learning about finance right now, personal finance right now, it would be so overwhelming because there's so many people teaching on it. So that is also the other aspect of like having so much information. But the good thing is, yeah, you have information. So it's just taking the time to sit down and really take your finances seriously. It doesn't have to be scary. It doesn't have to be a lot of money. Like, I think the mindset going into looking at your finances and wanting to invest in your future self, that's kind of how I see it. It can be intimidating at first, and sometimes we need someone to hold our hands or like be there with us, and that's totally fine too. You don't have to do this alone, right? And so I just say that because like whether you can follow someone, watch YouTube videos, or you can reach out to me, and we can just have a chat. But I think it's so important for people to realize that they have control over their finances, and that it's actually smart for you to look at where your money is going and take a chunk of what you make. It doesn't matter. Here's the most important piece. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It matters the percentage that you save. And then when I say save, I mean invest. And so, Robert and I, our path to being financially independent or work optional is through the stock market. And we're not talking single stocks, we're talking mutual funds and indexes, ETFs. So if you don't know what those are, that's okay. There's a lot of people out there teaching about it, but I know can get overwhelming. So that's why you want to take this one step at a time, but you want to take that step, because just imagine you don't want to be living paycheck to paycheck and have that stress. You want to set aside some money and have that money work for you, because with inflation, if you don't, you are actually losing money year after year. So I know I usually focus on personal growth and development and inner game, but at the same time, you gotta take care of yourself in this 3D reality, 3D world, which requires money. And so yeah, I know a lot of people can have that resistance with looking at money, and that's also a mindset thing that we can work on, or we can talk about and figure out really what's holding you back from really looking at your money and figuring out where it's going so that you can spend less than what you make and invest some of those money. So a rule of thumb I always tell my siblings, my friends, is that whatever amount you make, just save 10% at the smallest, 10%, and you will be so grateful for your current self. Your future self will be so grateful, because 10% adds up. Like, it doesn't matter, like, the amount, even if it's $20, right? I'm just throw it out, even if it's just $20 compounded over years and years and years, it's a lot. It's going to be a lot. So I don't want you to feel like you need to start with a lot of money. So that is my little intro to finance for you, for personal finance, and the value and how important it is, and that you don't need to hire a personal finance, financial literacy coach, or what do they call those? Personal finance planners. See, I've been out of the game for so long, I don't know what they're called anymore, I forgot. But yeah, you don't need one of those. You can start just very small and just start educating yourself, so that you're taking care of yourself. It is definitely a form of self-care and self-love, which I am all about. So that's what we did today. And yeah, that's the main thing we did today. So we have our numbers down, and yeah, it's gonna be so exciting, because now we know, like, you know, as of right now, in 2 years and 7 months, we will be financially independent, or what we consider work optional. So that is super exciting. So yeah, I just wanted to share that piece with you about finance, because it is also a big part of my life, and money, and like especially doing work around money mindset is also a big deal. And that's the inner work as well. So yeah, let me know how you feel about your personal finance literacy, how much you know about investing, and maybe what are some myths that you've been hearing that holds you back from even starting. Yeah, that would be amazing for you to just share and get it out there, and, you know, get support. Like, maybe you can share, and like, I can help you out. I can comment. So leave comments in the comment section, and thank you for watching the live. And I'm gonna go now, but I will see you for the next live the next day. All right, bye.